Hey guys, today we have the new Diao Chan, so we are gonna check her out. And before I do this, I am making a new tier list, so I'll try to have that done by tomorrow. I just got to add all the, I rewrote it. I'm gonna try to make it a lot shorter. Instead of going in depth to all the skills everybody can use, I'm just gonna say basically what they can do briefly. So I'll try to have that done by tomorrow. Anyway, Silent Splendor. Okay, she looks quite a bit cooler in there. I like that scythe and the skull hand, or skeleton hand and the skull hand. So 3 enemies with the highest attack, 100% chance to inflict 1 stack of non-truth. Reduces damage up to 50%, it's for 2 turns as well. Attacks all enemies, 120% damage, randomly dispelling 1 to 2 of their buff stacks. 50% chance to inflict 1 stack of transform. Cannot take action or gain rage and decay. So a really good stun. So just based off of this, it looks like she's going to be replacing IMT Xiao Qiao. So we'll check out her talents. Each time an allied hero is attacked, Diao Chan has a 50% chance to inflict 3 random enemies with 1 stack of exposed for 2 turns, up to 5 times per turn. When exposed, offsets a buff, reduces the target's rage. Once deployed, increases holy and spirit heroes damage bonus and damage reduction by 10%. Spirit. I'm assuming they mean immortal, unless spirit is what the next tier is going to be called. But I don't know why I would say immortal, holy, and spirit. Okay, yeah. Spirit is the next tier. Maybe they just didn't say immortal in here. You know, these translations aren't always the best. But yeah, just from the exposed, she's going to be replacing Xiao Qiao. So the skill grants 1 stack of invincible shield for herself and the ally with the lowest HP. Yeah, replacing Xiao Qiao. While the invincible shield lasts, increased damage dealt by 30%. Once deployed, increases holy and spirit heroes crit rate by 20%. Immortal, holy, and spirit heroes can only receive 1 faction buff. At 13 star, every 8 buffs dispelled, including those offset by exposed. Diao Chan True pursues her target with the basic attack, restores all allies HP by 10% of their max HP, triggers up to 5 pursuits per turn, so she's going to be healing a lot as well. So far we have heals, buff removals, buff offsets, and stuns. Sounds really good so far. Diao Chan's True Transform chance increases by 30% against 3 enemies with the highest attack. Each time the transform triggers on an enemy, inflicts 1 stack of non-truth on them and reduces their shield by 10% of their max HP. Their non-truth stat count. Oh, times their non-truth stat count. So that could be substantial because non-truth stacks up to 5 times. So that could reduce a lot of shield. Once deployed, increases holy and spirit heroes attack and defense by 30%. What does a transform do? Oh yeah, I keep thinking it's a transformation. It's just a debuff. So good against enemy shields, good for healing your team, good for removing buffs, good for offsetting buffs, and good for her stuns, which also prevent rage generation, or prevent them from getting rage. Just from that, sounds really, really good. So Hero Soul 1. With Diao Chan True present, allied Baneful Ninetales gets a 20% extra chance to cast its skill and reduce enemy rage by 1 extra point. After losing over 50% HP or dropping below 50% HP, summons Baneful Ninetales and cast a beast skill based on the allied beast skill level, cannot be cast without a beast. So you still have to have that beast in your lineup. And it's not as important anymore, and we are getting the next tier of beast as well. So this one, within the next month, is probably going to be a complete bust because you probably won't be using this beast at all with the new beast coming out. 50% chance to inflict 1 stack of transform on all enemies. Oh, maybe you will use them just for that once per turn. So it's an extra AoE. 50% chance to inflict an AoE that will stun them. Yeah, that's good. Number 3 grants an invincible shield to 1 more target, which prioritizes Lu Bu Dao. Obviously, they're going to be working well together. While the invincible shield is active, increases damage to 50% and debuff res by 30%. After the invincible shield disappears, restores 2 rage and gains a shield equal to 20% max HP and a 30% damage reduction boost for 2 turns. If the target is still below 50% HP, restores their HP to 50% of max HP. When exposed offsets an enemy buff, there's a 40% chance to inflict 1 stack of non-truth on the enemy. Each stack of non-truth has a 5% chance to nullify the enemy's rage regen. Each stack up to 5 stacks or 25% chance. And healing received. just completely turn off their rage and healing. If a buff is dispelled, including being offset by non-truth, 3 times from an enemy in a round, the enemy cannot gain the buff in this round. Number 7. Starting from the second turn, Diao Chan True has a 50% chance to inflict 1 stack of undispellable doom on the enemy hero with the highest damage dealt. That lasts until the end of the turn. If the enemy hero has a higher damage than all allies, doom cannot be resisted. What is doom anyway? The affected target's considered to have exited. Oh, so it exiles them. That cannot trigger existing passives and cancel all bonded passives with allies. So that's like the best version of a stun you can get. If the team's total HP is lower than the enemy's, Diao Chan True restores 2 decay, grants 2 rage for herself and the ally with the highest attack, which should be Lu Bu. And the last one, with Diao Chan True present, reduces enemies' HP restored by 50% upon their revival, has a 50% chance to inflict 1 stack of silence for 2 turns, so shutting down their rage skills. The first time HP drops below 50%, inflicts 1 stack of undispellable doom on the target that lasts for 2 turns. So hopefully the wording is right in here, and it basically removes them from the fight. It should be just like the exile from Thor in Isekai Saga and Pangu in X Samkok. Just completely remove them from the fight. You can't damage them, but the team, their allies can't do anything with or to them either. Each time inflicting doom reduces the target's buff duration by 1 turn. While present, doom triggers its additional effects, excluding boss battles. At the end of each turn, if all enemies are inflicted with doom and below 30% HP, they will be considered dead, ending the battle. That is nuts. It's probably going to be hard to do, but that's still pretty crazy. Yeah, that's kind of surprising that they put that in there. So she's going to be the top. She does a lot of stuff. She's going to be at the top of the tier list. Great for PvP. So I don't think I checked out their Echo skill last time. So during the Lu Bu or Diao Chan's During Lu Bu or Diao Chan's regular action turn, uses 4 decay, gains 1 after the regular turn to cleanse all control effects. That's the same for everybody, right? And 3 debuff stacks on them and attacks all enemies, reducing their shield by 30% of the part exceeding their max HP. Oh, so just the part, like if they have a shield and it's this big, but this much is their max HP, it only affects that bit. That's right. If the duo skill defeats a target, the main caster pursues with a basic attack. Yeah, these translations are a little odd. Lu Bu gains 10% hit and damage. Diao Chan gains 10% debuff hit and mitigation. These buffs persist even if either hero leaves the battlefield. At the start of the battle, Lu Bu gains 4 rage. Being attacked grants Diao Chan 1 stack of cause and a 50% chance to counter her attacker with a basic attack up to 3 times per turn. Cause deals 10% more damage for 2 turns, up to 100%. If Diao Chan is defeated, cessation inflicted on the attacker lasts until they die. Reduces the affected target's damage reduction by 50%. That's Lu Bu's debuff, I'm pretty sure. With Diao Chan present, cessation inflicted by Lu Bu, yeah, that's his, cannot be offset by debuff res. That's big. When Diao Chan True When Diao Chan grants Invincible Shield to herself or Lu Bu if the target's HP is below 40%, the Invincible Shield becomes undispellable. So I wonder if that fish that can break Invincible Shields, I wonder if that's counted as a dispel. Because it doesn't say dispel, it says break. But it probably acts like a dispel. So I'm thinking that might prevent that as well. Just a thought. If Lu Bu is present, Diao Chan gains 50% debuff res against male heroes' control effects. So that's a lot. So I think this is going to be the new top duo. Just off the top of the dome, right? And they go together so well with the skeleton theme. Perfect for Halloween too, I guess. So, I don't know what's this emulator. I've tried BlueStacks. This is Mumu Player now. None of them play nicely with this game for some reason. But gotta do my, oh, there we go. do my obligatory plug. If you are buying any of these packs or if you're grabbing the pass, make sure to check out my affiliate code from Aptoid. Get you 5% plus 5% for my code, so 10% back into your wallet, and then you can use that to buy more stuff in the game. You'll start out at that 10%, but as you spend, you'll increase your reward tiers, so you'll get more and more back. And then they do have bonus weekends once in a while. I'm pretty sure, let me check right now. I'm pretty sure there's a bonus 5 days on right now. Oh, actually there's not. It's just for a few select games, unfortunately. But if they ever have those bonus weekends or events on, I'll make sure to let you know. So let me know what you think about her. Definitely replaces IMT Chow Kiao, who was really good to have in your lineup for the debuff removals and preventing, or for the buff removals and preventing buffs from landing, plus the max HP damage. She doesn't do max HP damage, but she pairs with Lubu. He's going to be doing a lot of damage. Plus she brings just a bunch more utility than IMT Chow Kiao. So in my opinion, you can just swap out Chow Kiao, drop her in if you're still using her. So let me know what you think about her kit. And remember, I'll be coming out with a tier list. I just got to update it. I took my previous one, shortened down all the descriptions, and now I just got to add all the new characters that came out since the last one. So keep an eye out for that, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.